will work. Usually don't have enough cell phone service to live stream at the pond, but Houston and I are doing a little bass fishing at the pond. I think I've outfished him so far.
No, you haven't.
Oh, well, if you count my bluegill and my
Bluegill
golden
and
shiner that I caught.
Those do not count.
Just bass, huh?
Yes.
Yep. How many bass have you caught so far?
I caught one, but it was on the top of that tree, and it flew back around, and as soon as it hit the water, it had a fish on it when I started to reel it back. It was crazy.
So that's the only bass you've caught?
Yep, and it was about 4 ounces.
I've caught two. I've caught two bass.
Only one more.
Oh, okay.
I caught 2 other ones, but they got in trees and cut me off.
Well, Houston's fishing with his top water. That's his go-to thing lately. Always got that top water on.
Got a leaf or something.
Oh, now it's not even plopping. I turned it around. I think we've tried to do a live stream over here at the pond before in the past, but
I don't remember.
I never had enough service. Like I used to not even have enough service to hardly send a text message from the pond. So it's a beautiful evening here in southern Oklahoma, and Houston said, let's go fishing. And I didn't argue.
Who argues about going fishing?
Your mom.
Okay,
She will.
Besides women, most women.
Your mom likes to go catching.
Yeah.
She's not much of a fisherman.
Yeah.
Get you over here towards this other bank, see if you can. Well, we hadn't fished over there yet. Is your theory to fish on the opposite side of the pond that you're on? You try to cast all the way across it.
Well, I can with this Sulphur because it weighs almost the size of the fish that I caught earlier.
Oh, we hit a stump. See if we can get past it. All right. We'll see if I can answer a couple comments while you fish. Catch us a bass, okay?
Okay.
Let me see. Someone asked if we were going to go help with the tornado disaster relief in Salina, where Dutch and Kevin and them live. And I've talked to Dutch several times, and he's kind of said there's really not a lot. They don't really need a bunch of extra people there right now. I think if they need help, they'll call, but there's a lot of tornado disaster relief going on all across the country, I guess. But I don't think we have any plans to go up there. So
You don't think?
I don't think so. That could change. They could call and say they need some help. Someone said, Houston, what's your favorite hobby?
Fishing.
Are you in a tree? You look like you're in a tree.
I have a stick and I just got around it.
Listen.
There it is.
I told you. See, we're on one side of the pond. He tries to fish the plumb across to the other side.
Well, that's what you do when you can.
Well, I don't know if Houston's going to catch anything on that whopper plopper. He may have to switch and use my pole here in a minute so he can catch fish. It's going to be hard for me to cast out there and hook one for you and let you reel it in. Everybody will see it on the live stream.
That hasn't happened in a long time.
A long time?
Yeah, it's been a while.
What did we do yesterday?
Oh, we went to the lake?
I'm not saying anything like that happened, but maybe it did, maybe it didn't.
It did not happen, don't worry.
Braxton said you should go catfishing.
We did yesterday.
We did last night, huh?
Yeah.
Matter of fact.
Yeah. I also got a barb in my finger. Catfish barb, by the way.
Yeah, he got stuck by catfish last night. I told him it's the little bitty ones that'll get you.
Please don't worry about my hair, guys. It's bad. I forgot a hat, so.
Jonathan Bryant said, y'all do any creek videos?
Yes, but I asked him about it today, our first one, and he was like, maybe, but then he had to go to Mill Creek. And
I had a lot of other stuff had to get done today. We went fishing yesterday. We're fishing today.
I'm not complaining.
I didn't say you were complaining. Let's see. Do you go see Kelsey often? I wish we could.
Yeah, I wish we could, but we.
Part of the process with the trainer that we're using for Kelsey, we don't really just get to go hang out down there. It's and I understand it. He's got his routine and his way, and if we kind of start coming in, once or twice a week and showing up and
also
loving on her and petting on her, it really changes her focus, you know, and he wants to keep her laser focused on what she's doing right now. So
it's also a 2.5 hour drive away.
it is.
That's one thing
I did
why.
see, so they're in the Dallas area, and it's Lone Star Dog Trainer. I can't remember the name of the page. I think that's what it's called.
Lone Star.
They're on Facebook. I shared one of those videos of Kelsey the other day, and he posted a couple pictures yesterday and the day before.
Oh, I haven't
They
seen
got
them.
hit. No, not of Kelsey.
Oh.
They got hit with a pretty bad storm, and luckily, this guy's he's dedicated to the animals for sure. But his building where he does all of his dog training, where his kennels are, and where Kelsey and all the other dogs stay, has a backup generator. And they got hit by a pretty severe storm, not a tornado, just high winds and knocked out power and stuff. And he said they didn't have power at their house, and they may still not. They didn't for a couple days. But the dog kennel building had a backup generator, and he ended up going and getting an extra generator in case something happened. So it's, 68, 70 degrees in the kennel building where they work, and their house is without power. I don't know if it still is or not, but let's see. Houston, what's the biggest bass you've ever caught?
6.5 pound bass, Jimmy Houston at his lake.
That was very matter of fact. That was a straightforward answer right there. Good job.
Well, when you tell me about, if you ask me about if you ask me about bass, I'm gonna answer it pretty quick.
Someone asked if we're going to go back to Arkansas and fish with Cole and Jay. We could, we should. We don't have any plans as of right now. I talk to Cole, I don't know, a couple times a month usually. But we don't really have any kind of major plans in the books for that right now.
Can you come closer to the bank?
Yeah.
So I can bluegill fish?
You want a bluegill fish, or you want to use my?
I'll try to bluegill for a little bit.
You want to go over there? Where you want to go?
Over there.
Okay.
Well, yeah, over in that area.
All right, I'll ease over there. So I don't have any plans specifically with Cole and Jay right now. I did mention the other day the possibility of us going to ICAST, which is a big industry trade show for fishing. I mean, I think most people probably know what ICAST is. And it's actually Jeff from Trout Magnet, Trout Slayer.
Shout out to right here.
Crappie Magnet. That's the Trout Slayer kit.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, the little Trout Slayer is what we use for bluegill in the pond and the creek and stuff. But he also owns Crappie Magnet, Trout Magnet, and
all the magnets.
Houston says all the magnets. But anyways, they invited us to come to their booth and hang out at the ICAST. And I don't know who all's going to be there, but ICAST is a huge deal. Pretty much anybody who's anybody in the fishing industry, pretty much any major names in the fishing world, all the brands. It's not really, I guess I was a little confused on it. I thought it was like a trade show that was open to the public, but it's really more of an industry inside thing to go kind of see and show off all the new products and all that. So we're not for sure 100% yet on whether or not we're going to get to go to ICAST, but it's in Orlando in July. I think it's in the works. Houston, if I was you, we'll ease right over there. And that was where I caught that big giant bluegill before we started this video a minute ago.
I'm fishing over there. Right here.
Oh, I'm trying to hold the phone where you're fishing.
I know. I'm just messing with you. Do I need to turn my hand around?
No, you just fish. I'm trying to drive and watch the camera and watch the comments and all the things. But let's see. Are you guys ever going to be doing an outing with Luke and Tom with the Outdoor Boys? We actually did a video with the Outdoor Boys.
A while ago.
Yeah, I don't even remember. Maybe 3 summers ago.
Around there.
It was us. Well, they were on their like America's longest road trip. They went from Florida, like the tip of Florida all the way up through Maine, and I'm not Maine, all the way up to Washington State. Oh, Houston got a fish. Here, hang on. What do you got? What do you got? I'm sure it's a bluegill. Better be a big old giant bluegill. Oh, it's a red ear.
Oh, that's a big red ear. Hang on.
Sounds like you need to tighten your drag a little bit. Yeah, you don't see too many red ear. We need to make a trip down to Pond King and buy some more red ear. We're supposed to put more red ear in this thing to help control the parasites on the bass and stuff. So, pretty little fish. So Houston asked me when we were eating lunch earlier today, he said, how come I like ketchup but I hate tomatoes? I said, well, think about it like this. Is it a parasite or is it just a piece of trash?
It looks like a parasite.
He said, how come I like ketchup but I hate tomatoes? I said, well, think about it like this, Houston. Would you eat a piece of fresh fried crappie straight out of the grease?
I would.
Would you eat a fresh fish straight out of the water still alive?
No.
No, because it's processed. It's a different product. But anyways.
I'm really hoping that I don't smell like fish when I leave here because I don't want to take a shower.
Well, quit catching fish.
Yeah, definitely.
So, yeah, last night Houston and I went to the lake and did a little fishing with a friend. We'll probably post the video tomorrow. Yeah, I saw it. I saw your bobber go under. We'll probably post the video tomorrow, I think. I've got most of it edited. But we got a friend that's got a guide service here on our local lake. And missed one. It's we had a good time. He does bass, crappie, and catfish, and we did it all in one day, didn't we?
Yeah, we caught catfish one after another. Like, I had the pole in my hand when it was at the bottom, and I had just got it. I went to go get a drink for like 10 seconds. Boom, there's a fish. Like, it was crazy how fast it was coming in.
Yep.
And I may or may not have caught a big bass.
May or may not have. I may or may not have posted a short clip of that on Facebook too.
Oh, I didn't know.
We're on YouTube, so I'm telling these folks. We may or may not have posted a little short video of a big old giant bass that Houston may or may not have caught on Whopper Plopper, of all things, shocker.
Yeah. That's what every single PB or some of my biggest bass have been on, besides in here. The biggest bass I ever caught was with this trout magnet right now.
What?
Is it a trout magnet? I can't remember.
That's a trout slayer, but that's not what you caught the biggest fish ever on.
Mm-hmm.
You're okay, yeah. Oh, that's a bass, Houston.
What is it?
Yeah. Because your big bass at Jimmy's was on a whopper flop. You can go around that stick. A little bass. Look at there. All right, look at this.
As we're talking about bass, that's crazy.
Yeah. Here, I got one of those kits. Where's my lures at? Right here. So Houston just caught that bass right there on one of these. It's called a trout slayer from Trout Magnet, troutmagnet.com. And they catch everything for us.
Literally.
In this pond, in the creek.
That one's pretty.
It sure is. You want to toss him back? It's good to see we have a variety of sizes. You know, it's good to see small bass in the pond. But anyway, so trout slayer. I mean, we have used these things forever in here. Sure. But I will say this. Now, I'm not going to say this about every lake and every stream and everything, but we really only have great luck on one color, and it's this right here. We've tried every color they make, but this is what we always go back to. I guess because it looks a little bit more natural, and our pond is kind of dingy colored. So they actually have several different colors. These are actually some trout magnets, different colors of trout magnets, but the trout slayers are the crawfish. So it's a little kit, comes with the hooks, bobbers, everything you need. And
have everything in it.
Yeah, I just reuse the boxes though. I've got bulk quantities of the little lures, so I just reuse the box.
The first time we went there, Jeff, the guy that owns everything, he went in there and just started handing us handfuls of everything. Did he not?
Mm-hmm.
He was just like, here, you take this. You need this. This one's good. This one's better than that one.
Well, we only want the good ones, right?
Yeah.
Someone said, "Where are your parents, Daniel? We don't hear much about them. I'm sorry, I'm kind of new to your channel, but I love watching." So I've talked about that several times on our channel, but did you catch fish?
No.
My mom passed away when I was 6. She died in a car accident, and my dad raised me, and he was he was older. I come along late in life for him. Uh, Obviously not his first marriage, you know. My mom was quite a bit younger than him, and so he was 39 when I was born. My age right now. It's crazy to think of. My dad was my age, the age that I am right now when I was born. But
Oh, I
he
didn't even
passed
realize
away
that.
when I was a senior in college. He had cancer, had lung cancer that had, well, it started off at his lip and went to his jaw and his lungs and pretty much just spread all over his
Oh.
body eventually. Uh-oh, got a fish. So both of my parents are gone.
It's a bass.
No,
Oh,
it's not.
No,
It's a bluegill. It actually looks like a hybrid.
Yeah,
Hang on.
it does.
Looks like you've got a green sunfish, maybe bluegill hybrid. I'm not sure. You guys let me know. What do you think in the comments? Let me know what you think this fish is here. Let me see him one more time. The yellow fins on the bottom suggest green sunfish. Kind of looks like a bluegill. Got that big, this part right here on his gill, but has this really pretty color to him. I don't know. What do you guys think he is?
You remember that super pretty orange and blue little bluegill looking thing in the creek?
Mm-hmm.
Super bright. It could be a mix of that and a normal blue.
A long ear? I don't think it's a long ear. I mean, he could have a
It
little
has the
bit,
same
but
colors.
he does have the colors like a long ear does, but
Oh, I missed another one.
everyone's saying the sunfish. Well, he's definitely a sunfish. We just don't know what variety of sunfish. So, anyways, there's the story. Both of my parents have passed on, and man, it's crazy to think. I'm 39. My mom passed away when I was 6, so it's been a long journey. Oh, Houston's got a log. It's been a long journey without a mom, but it is what it is. It's just part of life, I guess. And really, honestly, I was 21 when my dad passed away, so he's been gone almost a couple of years. He'll have been gone as long as he was here for me. It's weird to think, Houston. He's been gone that long. Ah,
Dude, that makes me sad.
I hit a stump.
That makes me sad.
Ah, don't be sad, Houston. It is what it is. I wouldn't be where I am today if things had happened differently. You know what I mean?
It's true.
There's a reason for everything and a purpose for everything, and like your Nana says, everything happens for a reason, right? I got to get off this stump.
Sometimes I'll say when the yard closes the door, he opens a new one.
Mm-hmm. Wish he'd let us pass this stump though, so you catch another fish. Someone asked what state we live in. We're in Oklahoma.
Can you go to the brush pile?
Yeah, you want to go way over there, huh?
Yeah.
All right, we'll head across the pond. What position does Houston play in baseball?
Usually outfield.
Center field, usually.
Yeah, usually, but I get moved around sometimes.
Yeah. Well, the pond looks a little yucky. We were over here today, and that's not moss or algae on the surface. It's actually duckweed. But earlier this morning, all that duckweed that you see, all this green stuff out here, was all the way up against the bank. And I guess just the way the wind shifted today, it scattered it all across the pond.
How does it stick like that?
Someone asked if we would ever go catfish noodling. Would you go catfish noodling?
No, I'd probably be too scared, honestly.
I'd go. We'd go.
I'd go, but I just don't know if I'd be able to, like, go underwater for a
No,
minute and a
you
half.
wouldn't be able to go underwater, but you could noodle, you know, like in shallower water or something.
Yeah.
Might have to call up old Hannah Bear and have her take us noodling.
Yeah. I just hope I don't end up with another needle feeling like in my finger. Here, look. There it is right there.
Yep. You got stabbed by a catfish, huh?
Right in the knuckle too.
All right, here, I'm about to run over to the brush pile
Stay
you're
right
wanting to
there. Stay
fish.
right here.
I'm trying to turn for you. All right, there you go.
Thanks.
I hear a bullfrog.
We hear that thing every time we come out here, but that's the only one.
You guys hear that bullfrog? You're awful quiet. Concentrating, huh?
Hey, you want to tell them about what we did today?
What'd you do today?
About one digging?
Oh, I don't care. That's your story.
You tell them. I'm so
Nah, you'll just have to tell them later, I guess. Someone said if you could only do one, hunt or fish, what would it be, Houston?
So, some people might not agree with me here, but I'm going to take fishing because there are so many more species of fish than there are things to hunt.
I would definitely say fishing. I love to hunt, but fishing for me,
It's just different.
it's different. Hunting's great. I love to hunt. I love to, you know, harvest animals to put in our freezer and all that stuff. But fishing is such a, I don't know, it's something you can do together with other friends and go out. I mean, there's just,
And you don't have to be quiet.
you don't have to be quiet. So such beautiful places and endless opportunities and all the different things you can do. I think fishing's the way to go. Someone said fishing in the morning, hunting in the evening. It's that simple.
That's right, except only if we had the time for that. That would literally be my life right there.
May have to take you over by the fish feeder to catch another bluegill. Usually this little spot right here, there's a lot of bluegill on it. When we did the fish shock survey, you know, with the boat, they come out and they shock the water. Oh, you got fish. Oh, I watched your bobber go under.
Yeah.
Anyways, when they did our fish shock survey, man, there was just tons of bluegill come up. There's a big old brush pile that's underwater right here. Oh, bent one of the eyes somehow. Yeah, it could have been like that before. Did you break it off or did it?
No,
No,
I
I'm
just
talking
broke
about
it.
your hook.
Oh, no.
I know the bobber was still on, but I didn't know if the hook was.
Can you just tell them the story?
I don't know any stories.
You know what I'm talking about. Just do it.
Hmm?
Just do it.
Nah. I don't know if what you did's legal or not. You might be out here breaking laws.
It's legal, guys.
Oh,
This is legal.
is it?
I know for a fact that it's legal.
Okay. A lot of people are asking about Jacoby and if him and his family were okay after the tornado. And yeah, they're just fine. Their house was is across town. It's probably a mile from the tornado path, so they didn't have any damage from the tornado. They didn't go to Florida with us this year or anything, but they are still good.
Dude!
Dang, that's like there's a brush pile or something over there, huh? Hang on, I'll go get it for you. I'll let you go get it.
Oh, it's a big one.
You trying to show them how we get our thumbnails?
Yeah.
That's how you get a good thumbnail. You get him hooked up on a log and he pulls on the rod and it bends over. Looks like a big old fish, huh?
Yeah.
Not that we wouldn't do that. I mean, that's cameraman Ron showed us that trick. That's what he did.
Yeah.
Someone said, "Where will Houston live when he gets older?" I don't have a clue.
Here.
I have no
The
idea.
cabin,
You
the
have
cabin in
no
Mill Creek. The cabin in Mill
you
Creek.
have no idea what life will bring. And he is but a little guy still, so who knows where he'll end up.
I haven't figured that out yet.
How's the owl doing that we rescued? Well, let's see. When we rescued the owl, that's been several months back. The lady from the rescue that we took it to ended up taking it to another wildlife rescue that is specific for like birds of prey. So owls, hawks, eagles, things like that, predatory birds. And it was in really bad condition, just like dehydrated and hadn't eaten in a long time. And they told me if it survives, we would have to bring it back and release it back where it was captured.
Dang it, I'm on it again.
So I haven't heard anything in a couple months. So that tells me, it's probably not a good thing for Mr. Owl. But they told me in the beginning he had a pretty low chance of survival. But I honestly haven't heard anything specific in quite a while. Somebody was asking about, Daniel, have you ever launched off of Dauphin Island, Alabama to go fishing? So, no, we haven't. We did fish.
Bama Bass is pond.
Well, yeah, but that has nothing to do with Dauphin Island. That's right down the coast from Pensacola.
Oh.
We did fish with cameraman Ron the first time we ever met Ron in person, and Bama Beach Bum. But it wasn't Dauphin Island. What's the next little community west of Pensacola? I'll think of it in a second. Really close to Dauphin Island. I don't know. I'll think of it in a second. But we were still in Florida. Daniel, you should get you in Houston a bass boat to do bass tournaments.
You think I've been trying to convince them that?
No, Orange Beach is not where I was thinking. There's another little small beach community just right outside of Pensacola. And I can't think of it to save my life. But Orange Beach is in Alabama. And that's the next big one, obviously.
He's
but
not the smartest like.
Not. That's Alabama too.
Gulf Shores is Alabama.
Someone said you need to come to the Pacific Northwest and do some serious fishing for sturgeon, salmon, and huge catfish on the Snake and Columbus River, or our lake for northern pike and walleye. I would love to. I'd love to go up and do a 2-week trip across the different areas.
Sturgeon. Sturgeon are really cool to me.
Yeah, they are. It's like catching a dinosaur. They're like a prehistoric fish.
It's like an even better version of a spoonbill. You know?
Mm-hmm. Is Houston a teenager? No, not a teenager. We're going to skip those years. We're just going to go from 11 to 20. That middle part, it gets rough.
It won't for me.
Oh, it won't? It will for us. It will for me and your mom. Trust me. Teenagers.
I didn't mean it like that.
Let's see. Perdido Key, that's it. That's the community I was thinking about. We launched there, which is not far from Dauphin Island, I don't think. But yeah, Perdido Key was where we met up with Ron and Bama Bass the first time we went out and fished with him. Not Bama Bass. Bama Beach Bum.
The first time I met Ron, I could just tell that him and Dad and me were going to be best friends. And that happened.
He was just one of those guys, man. Everybody, yeah. I mean, when you first meet Ron, you're like, is this guy for real, or is he like,
yeah.
Is he over the top? Yeah, he's over the top, but he's as real and genuine as they come.
When he needs to get serious, he will get serious quick. And there's a fish.
Oh, you got a bluegill. Had to bring him over by the fish feeder. I wish you'd tighten that drag up on that little thing.
I know. I was going to. So. You got this.
I got it?
Yeah, you got this.
Oh, you want me to hold it?
Yeah. Oh, I hooked it again.
Bluegill on a trout slayer, as usual. You're going to get fish slapped. All right. Let's see. Um, Daniel, would you ever guys ever come to Utah and fish? We would. Oh my goodness, we go anywhere and fish. I mean, shoot, we go to our pond and fish all the time. Not that that's the same, but
What's in Utah?
I don't know. Fish.
Apparently.
Um, let me scroll down. Why are you wiping your fish slime on me?
I don't
You know
want
your
smell
mom's
it.
gonna make you take a shower no matter what.
Probably. Even if she smells one scent on my shorts and there's none on me, she's still gonna make me, but whatever.
Yep. Because you know why? Because she's the one that washes your sheets and she doesn't want you to stink or stink up your sheets. Right?
Technically, yeah.
Okay, technically, yeah. All right. You should go to Alaska. Absolutely. I would love to go to Alaska and do some fishing. Well, sounds like you guys are making a lot of plans for us. So we're gonna need like a booking agent and someone to line up all the travel, someone to line up all the trips, find some guides, find some locals, find some people, find some restaurants. You know, I think what's cool about getting to travel and do these things. I love shooting videos at home and I love shooting videos in a creek and all of that stuff. But like you take last year when we went to Louisiana and we were with Jared Serenay from Outside the Levees. I was just a fan of Jared's. I watched Jared's channel because it was cool. Louisiana's a cool place, and it was interesting
You
to
only
me.
watched him because Louisiana's a cool place?
Well, that's what got me hooked on watching his channel.
Well,
Yes,
that's what it sounds like.
yeah, because it's cool. He does a lot of cool stuff, and he's a cool dude. But when we went down there, you know, he takes us to all these little small mom and pop local restaurants. Like the one place, and I'll never forget it. Deer Meat for Dinner's been down there a couple times too, and they always they always go eat at the same place. It's called the Fish Shack in St. Bernard Parish, Louisiana, and it is the best fried fish. It is amazing, and the lady makes I cannot remember her name for the life of me. I feel like a total turd. But anyway, she makes this sweet tea with mint in it, and I'm not a big mint person, but that sweet tea was amazing, and the fish was amazing, and
Everything was amazing there.
yeah, it was so cool.
The
And
sweet tea hit different though.
yeah, I mean, it's love. I just love. It's like a little small diner place, but it's called the Fish Shack, and it was one of those places most people would never even see or stop, know to stop in because it's not on the main highway or like along the interstate or anything. And that's what's cool. I love when we get to travel places to go see those little tiny mom and pop hole in the wall restaurants that have the best food.
Some of those places that don't look like much are the best places.
That's right. I agree.
And the prices at some of those places are much better than going to an expensive one with okay fish.
I agree. I agree. All right, guys. So it's about to get dark on us. Houston's caught quite a few fish on a live video. It worked out at the pond. I'm sorry if the quality wasn't the best. It's a cell phone cellular service out in the middle of the country. It is about the best we can get. So, anyways, anything you need to say, Houston?
Nah.
Everybody subscribe so we can hit 900,000.
This year, possibly.
We're at 890,000 subscribers.
Oh, I didn't even realize.
We're closing in on 900,000.
That's
900,000.
That's crazy.
I remember multiple times telling Houston when he was a little bitty guy, all he could dream of was hitting 100,000 subscribers and getting a silver play button. And I remember telling him for a couple of years, hey, buddy, we might not ever make it to 100,000. We may not ever get 100,000 subscribers. We may not ever get a silver play button. And we're not too far away from 900,000. And I would say within the next year or so, could possibly hit 1 million. 1 million subscribers. That is, I don't know what percentage of content creators ever make it to 1 million, but the percentage that ever make it to 100,000 is very low. 1 million, I don't know. I don't know. So, thank you guys. we love doing this stuff. We love getting to share our life with you guys and bring you guys along on our adventure. We do a lot of things probably for video that we wouldn't normally do on a day-to-day basis, I love fishing.
Besides fishing and hunting.
I love fishing, but I probably wouldn't, normally go to the creek and do a micro crawfish boil with
Oh,
teeny
yeah.
tiny little crawfish, crawdads, um, tiny little ears of corn. What did we have? We had
Tiny
little,
little
we
potatoes.
put little smokies in it and tiny little
Yes.
potatoes, and it was a micro crawfish
That
bowl
was
because our
actually
crawdads were
good.
pretty small. So
And little tiny shrimp too.
yeah, we did put some little bitty shrimp in there. So, anyways, it's life's an adventure, and I feel like we're very blessed to get to do what we do and spend as much time with our kids as we do. And I don't
I don't
know.
have kids.
I'm talking about me and your mom. I spent a lot of years in law enforcement working shift work, and fortunately, I think for Houston, he probably won't ever really remember much of all the shift work and all that like the other two.
I do remember a few times where I was in mom's bed late at night because you weren't home and you made me get out of bed and go in my room.
Yeah, I'd carry you in there, but
Yeah,
I think
I'd act asleep so I wouldn't have
so. I
to.
think Weston and Emily, they will have a lot of memories of missed ball games and missed things and missed stuff and missed family events where I was at work or got called out or had to go do something and just wasn't around, or just in the evenings when mom and the kids were eating supper and I wasn't there. And life's a little bit different now, and it's
It's much
crazy.
better than it
It's
was.
crazy. In July, it will have been 4 years since I left the patrol. I
Really?
left in July of 2020, and that blows my mind. That's crazy. It's been that long. So
Yeah. Hang on. I'm gonna.
Houston's going to try to cast one or two more times with the whopper plopper. So, oh, we got him.
Oh! Get it back over there. Get it back over there.
Oh, I saw it. I didn't get it on video. I got you on video. We'll see if we can get him to hit again.
Come on. Dang it. You saw that, didn't you?
I saw it, yeah.
I wish you could have got that on video. Oh,
Are you whopper ploppering for bullfrogs on the bank or what?
a little bit. Doing a little bit of everything.
All right, two more casts and I'm ending this live stream if you don't get a hit.
Okay. I'm gonna do this for y'all.
We're all just waiting and watching.
Not too much crap on that one.
I hear Brandon over there talking to us.
I'm going back where I caught where I had the first hit.
Oh no.
No.
That doesn't count because your whopper plopper's jammed up, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Just waiting on you whenever you're ready.
Dude, I can't believe I missed that fish. I'm mad. Two more casts. Oh.
Well, you're way up in the tree on the bank.
I did not even know it was.
Oh, yeah. I can't reach that. Oh, golly.
I'm soaked.
I'm glad you didn't get us.
Soaked.
I don't think you're going to get him, dude.
I said two more, and that was one cast earlier.
You're as bad as fishing with Jimmy Houston. Just one more cast. Every cast.
What fisherman wants to stop fishing?
None. I'm the same way.
I thought so.
Someone said you caught a tree pounder.
That's not what I caught.
All right. I'm gonna end this. We're running out of light, and Houston's probably gonna one cast me for the next 10 more minutes, but we're gonna wrap this thing up, and I guess we'll see you guys on the next video tomorrow. You'll see us fishing at the lake. Houston catches a big bass. We caught some other fish and some other fish, some catfish, and anyways, yeah, it'll be cool.
I caught a spine in my hand.
He did get poked. We'll see you guys on the next video.